We're hungry.
Our thirst for knowledge
And our hunger for food
has brought us to a place where we are speaking like this for a particular reason. If you listen very carefully, you might be able to hear others doing the same.
The only difference is they're used to waking up at 5 a.m. in the morning and we're not.
Don't be fooled by the sun, because when you're in Sikkim, the sun rises way early. It is not even 6 o'clock yet. So far in Highway on My Plate, Addas, what we've done is we brought you temples of learning. This too is a temple. And then it's a temple of learning. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rumtek Monastery in Sikkim.
The Rumtek Monastery was started in 1963. And in 1981, that building at the back, the Nalanda Institute, was started for young boys to come in and learn and pray in their Buddhist studies and learn how to be monks. That's not why we're here. We're here, as usual, to eat. There's a lot of discipline and routine involved in the life of a student monk and a monk. So in the morning, after their early morning prayer, 5:30, they will all get up, and as part of the ritual, there's a procession where all of them in line go around the temple. And that basically symbolizes that they're walking towards the Buddha. After that, they come here for their morning prayers and their food at the same time. If that's not paid puja, I don't know what is.
The breakfast is a very, very simple affair. The reason why food is kept very simple in monasteries is so that your attention can go towards meditation and growing as a human being.
The breakfast in summer is at 6:30. If you miss it, you won't get any more food. The only other chance you have of catching up is the second meal, which is the only other meal of the day, which is at 11:30. You're late, you don't get to eat.
In the winter, it's really cold and your body needs more nourishment. So there is a dinner in the winter. So next time we come to a monastery, we must come in the winter.
But we can't eat right now.
Yes, we have to wait for the grace to be said before we can begin eating. You eat 2 meals a day, eat light, eat small, don't eat late at night, stay hungry most of the day, you become a monk. If you eat 8 meals a day, eat from morning to night and don't stop eating ever, you become a monkey. This is a really hearty, really tough bread which is made out of refined flour or maida, and this is known as a baleb. This forms the principal base of breakfast and is the carbohydrate that's going to keep giving you energy releases for the next few hours. The vegetable broth with potatoes primarily and almost nothing else. Really, really simple fare. This is minimalistically spiced. There's only salt, probably a little bit of turmeric, some onions and green chilies and a potato. And this is a lot more delicious than you would think it is. I'm feeling a very strange emotion, which I've never felt before in my life. Please.
I think we should come to monasteries more often.
I'm going to sip my tea. Oh, this is butter tea. This is not the sweet tea that you're used to. Extremely buttery, extremely salted.
All the butter in the tea will serve two purposes. Number one, in the winters, which up here in the hills and the mountains is very cold, it'll help warm you up. What it also does is the butter and the fat is fat, so it releases energy slowly. So even though you only have 2 meals, you have energy for a much longer time. After that very nice breakfast and paid puja, we've come here, the Nalanda Institute, this beautiful building, which is where the monks study.
One of the best views that you can get in this entire valley is standing up here on Rumtek and looking over Gangtok Hill, which is opposite, covered with clouds, peaks all over the place, thick green forest. This is beautiful. My spirits are lifting.
And you can see what a fabulous effect, not just the beautiful building, but the beautiful surroundings that the monastery and the institute are having on our friend Rocky. Have you ever seen him so peaceful and tranquil? But there are people here who are a lot more calm and a lot more peaceful. So let us introduce you to our guests who are students here at the institute.
And teachers. Namaste.
Namaste.
This is Karma Sona. और आप स्टूडेंट हैं यहाँ पे? कितने साल से यहाँ पे हैं आप?
3-4 साल हो गया।
4 साल से। तो आप कौन से सब्जेक्ट्स पढ़ते हैं, हमको बताइए।
Tibetan, इंग्लिश, संस्कृत।
और आपका फेवरेट सब्जेक्ट कौन सा है?
मेरा फेवरेट टिबेटन।
आपने संस्कृत वाला वो कभी सुना है वो? फलम फले फलानी, संस्कृत कभी ना आनी, आनी तो भूल जानी, फिर मास्टर जी से डंडे खानी। That's the only Sanskrit I remember. Here is Lithong, who is a teacher and a student, or a student and a teacher.
Both.
I keep hearing this chant everywhere that I go. It's a Buddhist chant, Om Mani Padme Hum. What does that mean?
In Buddhism, we have so many deities or gods, and particularly for Tibet, there is one famous god who is called Avalokiteshvara in Sanskrit. And Om Mani Padme Hum is mantra of this particular god. And the meaning of this mantra is compassion.
So it's a good idea if we have our friend here, who's actually quite compassionate.
Yeah.
To do a lot of this chanting to make him even more compassionate than he is.
Too much compassion will make people very moody.
Oh, that explains many things here. You're passionate about learning, we're passionate about food. So we were very excited to wake up so early in the morning and have breakfast. Does everybody here always manage to wake up in time to get the breakfast?
Of course, I like breakfast, but more than that, I like sleeping in the early morning, which is my favorite part. When I was a student, I was punished every day for sleeping in the morning. Of course, food is very important, but according to Buddhism, food is not only something that, we should take it for taste or for attachment or for desire, but to survival or for sustain our health.
And our third guest who's been waiting very patiently is Sharab Tenzing. Now, I also believe there are a lot of students from surrounding areas who come here.
We have a normal school, a modern school for the young students for the local people.
And do they have to pay a fees for this, or how does it work?
It's basically free.
And we also send our small monks to there, because many of the monks, they have the problem of not getting a modern education. When they grow up, then we take them back to the monastery if they want.
So now that we have this man over here, all 4 of us will stand in one line. What is the one thing that you would like to teach him of how his life can be better?
You guys are popular, you're doing this wonderful job, so you guys are more powerful than us. So I think it's very important to bring some helpful message to the people.
Well, I hope so, because this is one very, very important message that I've taken away from this place today. If you're going to have one thing to offer to the rest of the world, try and make that one thing compassion, because that really lifts the standards of the world. That's why I gave my bread to my friend over here in the morning.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm an eternal student, so I'm always very curious. So my next important question is, when's lunch?
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.